Well, she was a televangelist preacher who rose to fame with her husband from the 60s through to the 80s, and then they had this huge, crash. They were accused of fraud, and, the whole thing kind of fell apart. The scandals, I gotta tell you, there's some scandals in there.
I played Jim Baker, who met Tammy Faye. They were very young, and they started their own ministry, which turned into a huge television ministry, I think the biggest of its kind in the world. They were one of the first people to reach people across the globe through a satellite.
The first time I saw her on stage, she was dressed as my mom, and I was really surprised that they didn't have completely outlandish makeup. It was phenomenal. And then seeing her again today, she just captures the spirit, kind of that whimsical, nervous chattiness that my mom would get. And the fact that my mom always was trying to bring good news to people, always trying to make people happy or laugh, even in the worst situations.
It was at Elton's birthday, 11, 12 years ago. He was sitting next to me and turned and said, I got Tammy Faye's life rights to do a musical. Do you want to do it with me? And I felt like it was my birthday when I heard that, when he asked me that.
Did I feel pressure when Elton John and Jake Shears said, do you want to work with me? Oh my God, yeah. I grew up with Elton's music. It meant a lot to me personally growing up. So the idea of getting to collaborate with him was second to none.
So I first worked with Katie on a show called American Psycho we did at the Almeida back in 2014. And she was playing a really great supporting role in a cast that had lots of people who went on to be huge stars. But she shone in a different way, and actually she didn't have a huge amount to sing in the show, but I was like, this woman has an incredible musicality, and we did a gala, and Katie sang her own songs at the piano for this gala, and I was like, this woman is unbelievable.
I think that makes perfect sense for her story for her to sing her way through these moments in her life that she's faced with, that she has to kind of surmount.
There's something about a musical that lends it it fits very well, not just because the songs by Elton John and Jake Shears are so frickin' good. There's an inherent kind of musicality to Tammy's personality.
Oh my gosh, this was always meant to be a musical,
Absolutely.
in my opinion. Their show was a musical. There was the camp
100%.
element.
Tammy Faye from Heaven has been going, make it a musical! Hello, everybody. And I think we finally listened, and now is her time.
The movement obviously comes from Elton's extraordinary, unique songs, and I piggybacked on the back of those because the range of music in these songs goes from things that have quite a church relevance, but then musical theatre, to then comedy, to then some real heartfelt, passionate songs. So for me, I can use the whole range of a choreographic language to work and tell the story.
So you can expect a lot of high energy dancing throughout the entire show, but I love it because it means that we're going to be snatched and we're going to look great.
Yeah, we're going to look good on Fire Island.
We're going to look really good.
People are going to be blown away by the physical production, and also the choreography is hilarious in and of itself. The book of the show is hilarious, but this is a show where I think the choreography will get laughs on its own.
Jerry Falwell was a minister from Lynchburg, Virginia. He was a fundamentalist preacher and, sort of fire and brimstone, but not the showy kind. I thought long and hard about whether I wanted to sort of live in that mind for hopefully a long time. But then I thought, well, if I'm really going to be honest with myself and live up to the things I like to say when I'm talking to college students or something, as long as I feel like the show is communicating a message that I can embrace, then I'm free to fight in my character's corner, let him be as reprehensible as he might be.
We play the Crouches. I play Jan Crouch.
And I play Paul Crouch.
And they were televangelists and head of the Trinity Broadcasting
Network.
They were characters, yes. I was known for my hair.
And you're going to see some amazing wigs on this one in the show. So
come see the show alone for the costumes and the wigs.